Hey y'all, Shonda here, and we are talking everything healing lifestyle when it comes to the throat chakra. All right, so our throat chakra is responsible literally for the way we communicate, the way we express ourselves, our willpower and determination when it comes to speaking up for ourselves, when it comes to also communicating with love, when it comes to not feeling like we have to overtalk people, or if we just have to be silent, whether we're passive aggressive, all the energy, all the thank you, all the defense mechanisms, all the ways and the trauma, the experiences, and just the way we've learned to feel effective in our communication, all that energy is all up in here. Physically, energetically, and spiritually is all in the throat chakra. So remember that our chakras are energy centers that are in our body, right? They go from our feet all the way to our head, and each chakra is responsible for housing energy that's related to different parts of our lives. So, for example, the root chakra is literally the root. It is the lower half of our bodies. I always like to say, from a little bit below the give it to me, y'all. The hips down, your legs, your feet, right? Your lower back, the base of your spine. It is responsible for family, livelihood, stability, everything that happens around that fear of lack, scarcity, trust, faith, all of those things that evolves around your life is housed in that root chakra. Okay, so each energy center, right, from the feet all the way up to the crown, is responsible for housing that energy. So today we're going to be talking about the throat chakra. So that energy is literally stored right here in the throat. It includes your throat as well as the back of your neck. Okay, so if you are someone that you wake up and you have stiffness in your neck, or sometimes you just be minding your business and all of a sudden your neck starts getting tighter on you, your throat starts itching, or it starts feeling sore. Pay attention to the conversations you might have had, the thoughts you might have had, whatever you were writing at the time, anything that has to do with your expression and your communication, especially when things like that happen to that part of your body out of nowhere. That's your body telling you that there's some stagnancy, there is some emotional things happening that need your attention to be moved out of your body, all right? Out physically, but also as well as out spiritually, all right? Energetically, all right? And the throat chakra is the color blue. So when we are meditating, here we go, lifestyle, y'all. So whenever I talk about lifestyle, when it comes to healing our chakras, I always like to look at it basically from how I've been healing myself. And that's with my ancestors, love y'all, okay? Crystals, herbs, movement. Movement is the key to everything that I do. But I also work with crystals, I also work with herbs, and I also pay attention to the foods that I'm eating and being more intentional when it comes to healing my body and my spirit from the inside out. Okay, so when I'm meditating with crystals or I'm doing a crystal healing on myself, I'm working with turquoise. I just love the color turquoise in general, but it reminds me of the sea. It makes me think of water. And turquoise, that crystal, the energy that it has, it allows for you to communicate in a way where you can flow. Allows for you to communicate in a way that everything can come out easy. Everything can come out with a flow attached to it. That is the energy that it helps clear up and clear out and leave for you in your throat chakra. I also love sodalite and lapis lazuli. Those are also really great. You'll see them, they come in these really almost like midnight blue colors. One has a more of a royal blue to it. I have found one that has like even some gold specks in it, which I love because I'm like, ooh, put some confidence in there. Hey, gold. And so those crystals also help with communication, speaking up for yourself. Okay, and also helps with clearing out negative energy from you either over talking, feeling like you got to stay 10 steps ahead of somebody, or going off on people because you feel like you got to get your point across, or being dead silent because you feel like your voice don't matter. So those crystals help with clearing that out, okay? Now I also love a little bonus. I also love blue tiger's eye. And so I love tiger's eye in general. Tiger's eye is a crystal that's really good for courage, confidence, personal power, self-esteem. So tiger's eye I use a lot on my solar and my root chakras. But I have the blue tiger's eye, literally specifically for working with my throat chakra to help remove negative energy and stagnancy out that makes me, when I get really nervous, sometimes I might stutter, or I might kind of what I call beat around the bush, or I feel like I got to add some sprinkles around it, or I want to be extra diplomatic, and that tiger's eye heals that chakra so you can be like, no, this is what it is. You can speak clear, you can speak direct, and you can speak with confidence that the energy behind what you're saying is just truth. The energy behind what you're saying, it just is what it is with love. So I love that blue tiger's eye when it comes to working with my throat chakra. Now, herbs that are really good for the throat chakra, I wrote it down because I won't forget y'all. I personally, this is for me personally, I love working with basil because it helps open it up, but leave something a little sweet in there, clearing out that negative energy. And remember, when I work with herbs, it can either be through a tea, it can either be through a bath, you can do it through a tincture, your world, I'm just in it. But these are ones that I think are really good for working with the throat chakra. Basil. I also love working with mullein, licorice root, and marshmallow root. I make them as a tea. Now they really help open up the heart too, as well as the lungs. But for me, that's all attached to when you have a bad cough. Sometimes it goes from the heart, it can go all the way up from the chest and start impacting the throat. So I really love using those herbs to help push out things that may be stuck. Push out negative energy around things that I don't feel comfortable saying. If you're what I call a recovering people pleaser, those are herbs that are really good for pushing that out, and they're really good herbs for acceptance. So you can work on accepting yourself, or you feel comfortable with communicating what you want to communicate, that you feel comfortable with disappointing people, or maybe saying something that they're not going to like, or just being told no, right? It helps with communicating those things, and what I like to say, standing 10 toes down on what you got to say, all right? So remember blue, right, for throat chakra. So when you're painting, if you're getting your nails done, you're getting your toes done, play with some blues. You got turquoise all the way to midnight blue. Okay, I used to get midnight blue in 4th grade, right? Those are the different shades of blue that you can play with and set that intention for when you know you're trying to welcome in healthy communication, welcome in speaking up for yourself, welcoming in those tough conversations, asking for that raise, saying no, and being okay with it. Welcome more blue into your life. I always say too, water, drinking water, taking your baths, staying connected with water. Go sit by the lake, sit by the river. Staying connected with water, meditating near the water helps you really go within, and it helps you invite the energy of ease and flow into your life, all right? And then movement, all right? Anything you do, if you're in the gym, you're doing your yoga, you're doing your Pilates, you're doing your bar, all right? Anything that is going to have you at a neutral, so nothing that's gonna have your throat closed down. You shouldn't be doing that anyway. But making sure that your head is nice and neutral. There are some, I know, mudras and movements in yoga that invite you to press open your throat, invite you to open and lift your throat. Those are the type of movements that you want to be incorporating into your movement, right? And when you're doing your Pilates and you're doing your bar, everything, even if you're weightlifting, shoulders down, chest up, head neutral, everything should be nice and open. Be very, very intentional, but also cognizant of that when you are going through your movements, all right? I have some throat chakra. I have a throat chakra movement video on here. I'm going to try to remember to put the link in the description below for you guys. But anything that allows for you to exhale. Breath work is bomb, right? For the throat chakra. Pushing out and welcoming to push out any negative energy. I love doing breath work that involves me to really push out. I always say I don't like to do cute exhales. I'll be liking to really push it out, push it out, push it out, push it out, and then go into my more kind of tamer and grounding breath work. So when working with that throat chakra and you're looking at incorporating it into your lifestyle, thank you. Don't forget your food. I always think about food that's gonna open up your throat. So if you are a person that loves anything that has like mint in it, basil again is really good. I'm getting told rosemary right now, so rosemary for who needs to hear it as well, and cilantro, things that are going, herbs that are gonna open up that throat chakra, are gonna help you clear things out. Yep, and when you want to speak a little sweeter, incorporating honey in your tea, some cinnamon, things like that to really help. Always think about the energy that you are calling into that throat chakra, especially when you're dealing with your food, you're cooking with your food. I love cooking with intention. Ooh, blueberries. Hey, thank you, child. When I'm making blueberry muffins with my boys, we're always like, heal our throat chakras. So everything that you incorporate that has the color blue in it, don't forget your water, right? All of that when you're eating and you are nourishing yourself, you are feeding your body energy. You're feeding it energy to help it with the healing physically and spiritually. All right? So happy healing, y'all. Throat chakra work, here we come. Happy healing. Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. Stick to it, stick to it. You can do this. All right, and I'll see y'all soon.